today. So after I posted my first bullet journal video showing you how I set up my bullet journal, I had a lot of people ask me to show you how I did my January weekly, monthly, daily spreads. And so that's what I'm going to show you in today's video. So if you're interested in checking out my bullet journal for January, stay tuned to the video and watch all the way through. And I'll give you a sneak peek at February, which I'm going to have a video for February up really soon. So here's how I did January. After I'd finished my different yearly trackers, which I showed you in my last video, which I'll leave a link for below, I started January. So I followed the traditional style of a January monthly spread where you list out the numbers of the month, so 1 through 31 or 1 through 30, however many days are in the month, and then the day of the week, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or whatever. And I started with that, and then I added any of the main events or main things going on in January there. So January 1st, Happy New Year. January 2nd, the office is closed, some birthdays, some trainings that I had to do. I was in Orlando from the 22nd to the 28th, so I listed that with an arrow. Just main things that I wanted to accomplish in January or events and things like that, I listed out there. I did add this like fun detail over here, little X's, I don't know, just for fun. I added some arrows and just some really colorful washi tape. I thought red would be a fun color to use because we were going to Orlando and we were going to visit Disney, and this red and white polka dot washi just reminds me of Disney so much. And I don't know, red and yellow are like total Disney colors. So that's kind of why I went with the color scheme for the January spreads. And then on the right hand side, I divided the page in two. At the top I put my tasks, and on the bottom I put my memories. And this is just my own handwriting. I need to work on my handwriting, and I think my bullet journal is really going to help with that. But I mean, it's not great, so hopefully you didn't come here for handwriting tips or tutorials, because I will not have that. So what I did is I listed out the main tasks that I have for January, and when I accomplished them, I just ticked them off with a little check mark. This one, set up new printer, I never actually got to in January, so what I did was I added a little arrow and I migrated it to February. So in my February spread, you'll see set up new printer. So that's what you do when you don't accomplish one of your tasks, you just migrate it forward. And then on the bottom of that half page, I added my memories. And I just kind of tracked a bunch of the really exciting things that happened in January that I wanted to remember, like the Wild Whisper design team announcement, the first sale that Teresa and I got for successfully launching TNT, when I hit 6,000 subbies, going to Orlando, having the first design team for Scrap Explosion, the new company Teresa and I started, going to Cambridge. So just some of those things. And what I did is I just added a little speech bubble or a little cloud. I'm not a great doodler or drawer, so I'm not going to try to mimic the other amazing bullet journal girls out there who have like really cool doodles. Instead, I just drew some clouds and they were really easy. Added some arrows. And then just a little washi tape to fill in that extra space. I did go back and add that washi tape after, just because there was a lot of extra space down here, so I wanted to cover that up. And then one of the things that I did, which I just really, really love, is I added a strip of washi tape along the side here. And it matches the washi tape I put over here. And I figured this way I would easily be able to find my January monthly spread in my album. So when you close it, you can see where the red washi tape is, and you can easily flip to January. It's kind of like how in my last video I showed you how I added a strip of washi tape to my index and to my keys so that I would be able to easily find it. The washi tape makes the January monthly spread really easy to find. And it just makes it a little sturdier. And of course, the pop of color is the best. And then I went into my weekly spreads. for January. And this spread was inspired by Rachel Lee or Amanda Rochelle Lee on Instagram. I'll leave a link for her below if I can remember. And she had a similar spread to this, and what I did was I kind of just listed out each week, and I wanted to just list the main events or things going on that week. So you can see that. Now, I made a ton of mistakes. This is my first time bullet journaling, and like, boy, did I make mistakes. You'll notice I used a ton of this oops correction tape. And the reason I used a ton of that oops correction tape is because I drew it all out and I added all the things, and then all of a sudden I realized that I had started the week on Monday, but January 1st was actually a Sunday, and all of the dates I had written wrong. So I had to go back and use correction tape, but you know what? I'm embracing the imperfection and giving myself some grace. My one little word for this year is grace. So I think I need to extend some grace to myself and not be so angry at myself. I'm going to tell you the truth. When I had done that, I really just wanted to like rip all those pages out of the bullet journal or just throw this out because I was so angry at myself. But you know what? Like, we just need to embrace our imperfection. And why worry when you can just cover it up? So I covered all of them up and rewrote all the days of the week, and it was okay. So I decided in my bullet journal I'm not going to do weekly, or I'm not going to do daily spreads. I know a lot of people do, but for me it just doesn't make sense. I don't have that much stuff going on every day, and I kind of just want a little place where I can track the events and things going on, and then somewhere where I can track my tasks. So this is what I'm going with for January, and I've also been using this similar kind of idea for February, although I've changed it up a little bit. So I'm going to have a February share video going up really soon, so make sure you're subscribing so that you can see that one. I did change it a lot, actually. And then basically I just tracked any of the things that I had to do, and I did try color coding them in different colors. So like pink was for personal things, purple was for work things, etc. And then I just tracked my hours that I have to work over here underneath the dates. So like 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 3 hours, 7:30 to 5, and I just tracked those there. And then I did that for every day in January. And then on this week, we flew to Orlando, so I wrote flew to Orlando, and then I drew an arrow to the end of the week just to kind of show that I was in Orlando this whole entire time. Yeah. So that's January, and I finished with January 29th, 30th, and 31st here. Now, I know that there's lots of different ways to do this. Some people will say that you should include the extra days of the month in the next month's spread. So like take the 29th, 30th, and 31st and put them in the February. For me personally, I don't know what it is, but I want all the January to be together, all the January dates to be together, and I want all the February dates to be together. So this works for me to just put 3 days of January here, and then in February, I'll give you a little sneak peek. I put only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days there. So I don't know, that works for me, but you could do it however you'd like as well. And then I just added a little strip of washi tape just to kind of divide the weekly spread from the next thing that I wanted to do. And what I decided to do at the end of January was to have like a little bit of a review, like a January review, so that I could kind of learn and grow. And I wanted it to be a review of my bullet journal process, a review of my life, a review of a lot of things. And so I came up with these different titles, and under each one I just listed some things that I want to remember to do. So I put stop, so here are some things that I want to stop doing. Start, so some things that I want to start doing now. Some things that I want to change, so that I've been doing that I want to change up a little bit. Some things that I want to minimize, some things I want to keep doing, and then some things I want to do more. So for example, I want to stop trying to be perfect, because you can't, like mixing up all the headings. I want to stop screwing up my weekly spreads, which kind of contradicts, but I want to do a better job at those. And I want to stop complaining about things that I can't change. So that's more of like a personal review kind of thing, because I think my normal state is to complain about things, even just internally. So I want to stop complaining about the things that I can't even change. I want to start a gratitude log, so start a way to keep track of the things that I'm happy about and that I'm really thankful for. And I think that that will actually contribute to helping me stop complaining. I want to start a habit log. I want to start keeping collections. That's basically where you keep a list of things in your bullet journal. I want to start sharing my bullet journal with other people because I hadn't shared it at this point. I want to start an editorial calendar for my YouTube channel and start a decorative month page. So you can kind of see a sneak peek for February. I did a decorative month page. That's basically like a page that starts the month. In January, it didn't really do that. Here's January, and then right before that was just other stuff. So I kind of wanted to have a divider page almost, and having a decorative page could be my divider. Some things I want to change. I want to change my weekly spread to keep a blank page for tasks. So you'll notice that I had each week right next to each other, and I decided for February I wanted to have the week on one side and tasks on the other side, so I would have a little bit more space to work with, because here I was like, I didn't really feel like I could write anything down that didn't fit into like meetings and things like that. I want to drink more water. That's a personal thing. I want to track and I want to change where I track my work hours. So I've written my work hours here, and I don't really like it there, so I've decided for February to do that a little different. Some things I want to minimize. I want to minimize the use of oops tape, and I want to minimize mistakes. Some things I want to keep doing. I want to keep using washi tape at the beginning. So keep using washi tape to mark off the month. And you can see I did that for February. I want to keep doing weekly spreads. I really like having all of the things I need to do in a week on one page. And I want to keep doing scallops. So I had drawn these cute little scallops on all the lines, and I just think they're so darling. So I wanted to keep doing that. And then some things I want to do more. Rapid logging, so basically logging the things that are going on in my week or my day. Color coding, I said I wanted to do more of. And font practice, so practicing my different fonts, trying out different styles, and things like that. So that is my little weekly review, where I've kind of tracked the things that I want to start, change, minimize, keep doing, and do more. And my hope is to have a monthly review at the end of every single month, so that I can kind of always be in this process of improving and doing better and changing and growing. Anyways, that's basically my January spread in my bullet journal. I know it's really simple, but January was really busy, so I tried to keep it so it would work for me. My February one is definitely more detailed. I did add in some tracking lists and all those things that I mentioned. I added in some tasks pages and collections. So I am going to have another video up in just a day or so, which is going to show my February bullet journal pages, so you can check that out. And I hope that you guys really enjoyed this little peek at my January bullet journal. If you enjoyed it, or if you'd like to see other or more bullet journal videos, make sure you leave me a comment down below and like this video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe. I post scrapbooking and crafty and now planning videos. Basically anything that's creative and crafty, I like to post. So I hope that you guys will follow me, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Have a lovely day.